13:7 says, He will make war with the saints. Now there will be also some of the believers who are left behind during the rapture, unfortunately. What did Jesus say? Not all who say, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. On that day I will say, I prophesied in your name, Lord, I cast out demons in your name, and I healed in your name. And the Lord said, I never knew you. Go into the outer darkness, that means go to hell, because you didn't do the will of the Father. So let's never think just because we are Christians that we will make it. We have to be Christians who are given to holiness and purity in life. Hebrews 12:14 says, without holiness no one shall see God. And Matthew 5:8 says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. That is why the Lord, even in Matthew 7:14, what did Jesus say? So broad is the way to destruction, and wide is the gate to hell, and narrow is the way to heaven, and it is a difficult way, and only few will go through it. That is why even during Noah's time, for nearly 120 years, Noah preached righteousness. Repent and turn. Did one repent? No. Right? The same situation today. Just because people are in church, that doesn't mean all are born again Christians. Some think they are born again. But only on the day of rapture we will really know who was born again and who was not born again. That is why we must make sure, just because we think we are Christians, are we leading a holy life, a righteous life? Otherwise we will be left behind. And if we are left behind, we are going to be heavily persecuted by this man called Antichrist. He will make war with the saints, according to Revelation 13:7. That's why you might wonder, how are the saints there during the 7-year Great Tribulation? These are the people who are Christians who are left behind. And his number is what? 666. And without the mark of the beast, that is the Antichrist, which is 666, people cannot buy or sell. That's in Revelation 13:16 to 18. Now 666 falls short of completeness, the full the number of completion, which is 7, right? So if you see a car with 666, if you see some code with 666, don't get excited and say, oh, it's an Antichrist number. I have seen some Christians do that. They think, oh, Antichrist has already come. It has no relevance unless the Antichrist comes on scene, and this is supposed to be his number. Now if you don't have the mark of the beast, the identification number of the Antichrist, either on your forehead or on your hand, what will happen? You cannot buy, you cannot sell. Right? So imagine you are a Christian and now you have the choice. You can't go to the supermarket, buy a thing without the identification. You can't go through the passport, through the immigration, because you don't have the identification. Right? You can't go to Countdown and buy your groceries because you don't have the mark of the beast. You go to the gas station, you can't fill in petrol. Why? Because it says, sorry, you don't have the identity card. Then, but what are the other things? You can't buy a house, you can't sell a house. You can't have your electricity, you can't have your water or your utilities. How would life be? And if for some reason, the ones who are left behind, I'm talking about the believers, happen to take the mark of the beast, what will happen? There is no more salvation for them. And they'll also be thrown into eternal